Noah. I'd like to jump right into some questions. So you essentially were discussing how it is a moral imperative in terms of U.S. interest and support to Lebanon, correct?
I mean, it's a moral imperative, but we haven't even really gone into the moral imperative. We've actually been going into the practical effects of what our aid has had.
Okay, so are we primarily trying to achieve a moral goal or a practical goal in your case?
A practical goal, but in trying to achieve a practical goal, we also achieve a moral goal. But that's why we've been mostly focusing on the practical disadvantages of our aid.
All right, thank you. So moving on, your first point was that Lebanon is a terrorist safe haven, and you discussed some pieces of evidence and some statements about how there are missiles currently pointed at Israel, and that there is essentially a Hitler Youth or an equivalent of it in Lebanon right now.
Yes.
Now my question for you is that aid that we are currently sending to Lebanon going to fund these programs?
Sure. So specifically with the precision missiles, it linked it to USA. With the tanks fighting side by side with Hezbollah, it linked it to U.S. applied artillery. And with the Mighty Scouts, it didn't specifically link it to USA, but I'd like to bring up the idea of fungibility. If USA funds some things in their government, that frees up money to spend on other purposes that advance
So
Hezbollah.
could you give me all those pieces of evidence that stated that the USA is associated with that?
Sure. And we have another card specifically talking about how the tanks were U.S. tanks back at the table.
All right, great. If you could pass us the table as well.
Yes, we will.
All right, awesome. So just next question for now. So you were discussing how Russia's government does not completely fill the void if we were to remove influence.
Sure. So Russia already has supplanted the United States as the main donor to Lebanon, but what Russia can't provide is the same high technology weapons that the United States gives Lebanon.
Okay, do you have any evidence for that?
Well, we brought up that the United States gives precision missiles, and actually the United States is the greatest technological military
Okay,
power.
I don't think you got my question. Do you have any evidence to prove that Russia does not have those technological capabilities?
I didn't read any in my speech.
Okay, thank you. So moving on, you discussed how Hezbollah is currently powerful at the moment and that it's a threat in Lebanon, correct?
Correct. And now they control it.
And that they have political clout in the government. So you brought up that piece of evidence saying they have political clout. Could I have that copy of that evidence, please?
Sure thing. It's the bottom one on that page.
Okay, you would agree that as I brought up in my last speech, Hezbollah and all of its affiliated parties do not have a two-thirds control of the Lebanon government, Lebanese parliament right now, correct?
Sure, which means that they can't pass constitutional amendments,
Okay.
but they can still pass simple laws that protect their interests. And if we look at the U.S. State Department, U.S. generals, they've all concluded that Hezbollah has cemented their control over the government.
Okay, so just going back to what your Band-Aid does, would you agree that fundamentally when you're removing aid as is under your Band-Aid, you are removing a certain amount of U.S. activity in that region, correct?
Not necessarily.
Okay, could you clarify that?
USA doesn't necessarily correlate to influence or activity. We're simply giving them weapons, giving them money, and then they can do whatever they want with it. And when we look at what they've used with these weapons, they're fighting against U.S.